On today's show, a really cool virtual reality setup that makes you fly like a bird.
And the Transformers finally here.
Yes.
They're in China though, but so we'll get to that.
Oh, okay. And Boeing patents something that looks mysteriously like a force field. Exciting. It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm your host, Ashley Skella. Join me as always, uppercutting the sky, Khail Anonymous.
Sorry, that was a slow mo.
120 FPS.
That was on a GoPro, yeah.
Like
it's really good.
It's really good.
But yeah, so did you get a chance to play any video games lately? I know we always.
I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot still. Well, I got a level. I got a max. I'm power leveling right now. So
I'm playing Trivia Crack. Add me.
That's so boy.
We're about to all start playing Trivia Crack
together. Yeah.
We're late to the game.
Super late.
Whatever.
We're about 5 months late to that game, but it's fine. I have a story. This first story is so exciting that you're gonna freak out because you haven't seen the video for it. So Let's hit the headlines. Okay, so we talked about Handy at South by Southwest. The hand that was powered by the smartphone. Okay, I thought that was my favorite thing coming out of South by Southwest. Oh, how wrong I was. Because I saw today Birdly. And we're going to talk about Birdly because it is an Oculus Rift, which, okay, fine, gives you an experience of like being a bird. No, this is an entire machine that you get in and you put your hands in these little slats at the end of the wings and you flap them like a bird, and there's a fan in the front that blows air onto your face. Khail, you're missing it. Look, please look at this amazing machine. I'm gonna buy you this for Christmas. This is what I'm gonna do. So this was at South by Southwest, oddly enough, in front of the Google Fiber booth. Like, I guess Google Fiber, I don't know what this has to do. I mean, maybe fast internet like a bird. I'm not really sure what that correlation was. But this is from the Institute for Design Research at the Zurich University of the Arts. And again, uses Oculus Rift, sonic feedback, a fan, and a rig that you lay face down in it, you have your Oculus Rift on, and your arms are extended and you have to flap your wings. Physically.
If you look around, you can even see your wings.
Cool. You can see the wings and stuff, so that's what it looks like. It looks insane. It looks totally insane. It looks like something crazy that your grandpa built in the garage and is like, hey, Khail, come see this wacky contraption I made. But with virtual reality, it's amazing. It looks so fun. Do you want one? I kind of want one.
Not really.
It's a really good exercise.
I'll tell you what. This would be really cool if they build in some sort of superhero simulator.
That's what I'm
saying. Can you imagine
you're
you're Superman and then there's little buttons and you can shoot your lasers.
Or Iron Man, you're flying.
Or Iron Man. The bird element's kind of weird.
Well, I'm sure that's the sort of straightforward, easy, kind of accessible.
Did anybody that, in the article try it and they were like, no, you may look dumb, but it's really cool?
So we have footage of somebody who was at South by using it, and
they CNET footage.
This is not ours.
Oh, okay.
But the woman inside this kit seemed to really enjoy it. She's like, wow. She was pretty excited.
All right.
And there's a guy too, I think, that did it, and he enjoyed it as well. So they seem to be very fascinated by the whole process.
All right. So it's a different way of using Google Maps.
Totally.
You just kind of look over, you fly over the place. See your house.
You pick out what barbecue you're gonna have tonight, and then you swoop down and you steal it, and then you fly away.
That's it. That's an incredible leap in virtual reality. Well done, Birdly.
Just an interesting kind of weird application that I wouldn't have thought of, but now that I see it, it seems so obvious.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It'd be really cool if it was a superhero thing, but
and I guess now you can really make that joke I just flew in from wherever, and boy, my arms are tired, because your arms will actually be tired. And that was the worst joke. That's the worst, guys. That's the low point of the show, I promise. Okay, Khail, tell me about Transformers.
Okay, so everybody loves Transformers.
They do.
Right? Well, no more than this man in China.
Okay.
Who decided he's just going to start making Transformers, and he's basically using used car parts and stuff to make these Transformers, because Transformers are made of
as you do. They're made
car
of cars.
parts. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look how big that one is. Look at that.
Yes.
That's 30 feet tall.
These are gigantic.
That's a 20-foot tall Transformer. Holy crap.
Yeah, so he uses scrap parts from busted cars to make these Transformer models. The first model he made took 3 years to finish.
Wow.
So it was a labor of love.
Definitely.
But now he's actually selling them profitably.
Sold.
What?
Where do I send a check?
Okay, so he's making over 1 million. What is this? Yuan?
Oh yeah, yuan, Chinese currency.
I'm sorry.
Yuan.
Every year now, and they're gigantic. So they're actually making a profit. What started out as kind of like a hobby is now like a business for these guys.
He's not a Chinese farmer anymore.
Yeah, Transformers was the biggest movie in China ever. So it kind of goes
was it?
to...
It's like it's the biggest. Wow, the biggest like grossing movie in China.
Because
that's quite a
it was
feat.
actually it took place in China and was like one of the biggest
most
films.
recent one,
Yeah,
right,
the most
yeah,
recent
yeah.
Transformers 4.
Interesting.
With Mark Wahlberg. So yeah, there you go.
Mark Wahlberg.
So that the big giant Transformers. I mean, they don't transform down into like a car or
they don't.
anything.
They don't transform.
But the scale is unbelievable.
Giant statue. It's like it's like that city in Japan that has a 150-foot Gundam like in front of the city. It doesn't do anything, but it's there.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Have this guarding your house.
So there you go. If you want one of them, you can contact him. I don't have the contact information.
We'll have the show.
Google
We'll have the notes.
China Transformer
Builder.
I'm
sure you'll find it.
Yeah, there you go.
Builder man.
That's pretty cool. It's just cool to see people,
I love that.
crafting and stuff like that.
So that's
and making money off of it.
All right, hashtag of the day, TD Junk. TD Junk. What would you, if you had a bunch of scrap parts and you could build anything? Let's say we actually had any kind of building knowledge, we could make something. Because
I'm good with Legos.
Okay, all right. Let's say you make anything. What would you make?
I'd make an atoll from Waterworld.
Oh.
I would make a little Waterworld village in the middle of the ocean, and I would live on it, and just by myself because nobody else wants to live in Waterworld except for me.
Khail Stan, the
I
sovereign,
like post-apocalyptic stuff.
The sovereign aquatic
It was
nation.
either that or Megaton. I'm going with the fact that it's Megaton from Fallout. I'm going with that it's going to look crappy because we're using parts.
It's going to look terrible,
So
yeah,
either
of course.
Megaton, but I'm going to go with the atoll because from Waterworld, there's a floating island made of crap.
I like it.
So what about you?
I would go with I think I would go with a spaceship, like a giant. I'd build a studio for us to do the show in.
On a spaceship.
And make it look like a spaceship, made out of junk. Like that's what I would like.
You could make the place where they live in Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah, there we go.
Actually.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Let's
make that in real life.
My first idea was like, Millennium Falcon. You can make that out of crap because
that's
it's just
a
big hunk of junk.
It's a big hunk of junk.
I feel like there's a lot of
Serenity from Firefly.
I didn't want those. Were kind of the obvious answers. I wanted to
I wanted to get a little outside
let anybody
the box.
that was thinking inside the box. So
Expand.
But they're really good at thinking outside the box. So TD Junk.
TD Junk. That's for you. Okay, we got to talk about force fields.
Finally.
Boeing just filed for a patent.
Okay.
And I don't know if a lot of you guys know this. Boeing, you probably know, makes planes, but they also are a security and defense company. So they do a lot of stuff for military purposes, like they make stuff for military use, vehicles, things like that. So they just got a patent granted to them named Method and System for Shockwave Attenuation via Electromagnetic Arc.
And that kind of layman's down to
a force field a little bit. It's a little bit like a force field. So this is obviously not
this footage is actually from Boeing.
No, I found so on CNET we have this article up about the same thing, and this guy this patent yogi video guy made this video, and it's like not a bad video, and it kind of shows the patents and stuff. So I thought I did a really good job of illustrating exactly what it means. So we're not quite in the realm of sci-fi movies. It's not going to create a little force field around you that you're gonna, oh no, like no one's ever gonna be able to shoot me or stab me or anything because I have a force field around. No, this is for protecting things that are near explosions. So let's say there's a vehicle or a structure that you want to protect. This patent has a sensor that would detect the explosion shockwave. And if it thinks that it's going to hit the target that you're trying to protect, an arc generator would create a plasma field between the target you wanted to protect and the explosion. And that plasma field would be made with lasers, electricity, and microwaves, and they would heat and ionize the air. So then, so it would make it either a different temperature, a different density, or a composition than the shock wave coming at you, than the atmosphere around it. So when the shock wave comes at it, it basically acts as sort of like an invisible buffer between the explosion and the target. So it puts something here that changes the density of the air and makes it less likely that this target will be damaged by an explosion.
So it
shockwave.
diffuses it in a way.
Yeah.
It doesn't like block it completely.
It doesn't block
but
it
kinda,
completely.
Like, reduces it. That's still cool. By the way, amazing video.
I know, yeah, that was really good. I saw it and I was just like, okay, this actually illustrates it very well. So good job, Pat and
Very
Yogi
cool.
over on
Yeah,
YouTube.
nice.
So that's so
there's
obviously,
did Boeing respond and be like, hey, wait a minute, or were
well,
they like,
it's the patent's granted.
Yeah,
so
they granted it.
they're working on it, and
Yeah.
that's a thing that I mean. Obviously, there are a lot of applications, not only for maybe not only for military, but maybe even just for buildings. So let's say, for example, there is some sort of explosion, and you want to protect your building from, say, a gas explosion or an earthquake, and that causes explosions, things like that. Like, I mean, I could see where this would be a very handy piece of technology.
A lot of places that this would work. Yeah. I'm sure this is just the beginning for Boeing.
Just the beginning of different
concerns.
applications for this sort of electromagnetic arc, which I think it's just
really cool. I
cool.
love future military stuff. It's like way beyond like what we even know.
It really is.
They've got like laser guns.
Have you heard that theory that like I heard it once when I think I was like 12 years old. Somebody told me, they were like, whatever you hear about any military in the world like developing, they're literally like 2 decades plus beyond.
Oh
that.
yeah. No, I think we've all heard that.
And I just
so
like
this
I love
force
that
field,
idea.
They actually have invisibility suits. They actually can
teleportation. That's a
yeah,
thing.
They got
like,
rocket packs.
Yeah.
It's just they're up in space right now
know.
fighting space wars, and we have no idea.
Exactly. No,
So,
I love this.
This is old news.
Yeah, this is totally old news, really. But I think it's cool that they got this patented, and they're going to move forward with this sort of technology. So good for you, Boeing.
This
nice
is
work.
awesome. Yeah, nicely done.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Into It because it's the last day of our show this week. And, of course, we have your user feedback. A lot of you guys want some canceled shows to come back. And we have our phone togger for the day. And it's a Note 4 picture, just like you asked. So stick around. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome back to the show. We have returned. It is Thursday, which means we're obsessed with stuff, just like every week on Thursday when we're obsessed with something. So it is time for Into It. All right, Khail, would you like to go first?
Yep.
Okay.
So not only does in May do we start the summer movie season, but we also start summer music festivals.
Get out your flower crowns.
A whole bunch of music festivals. This is a big thing in California, especially. Huge. We have tons of music festivals. All the artists that are promoting albums, and some of them that are just trying to make a little small comeback.
Yeah.
So now it's a mad scramble to try and buy tickets for these
for everything.
$400 tickets for stuff like that. So here's some of the ones that we're excited about. We're excited about Outside Lands. Kind of excited about EDC. Electric Daisy Carnival.
Marginally excited about Coachella.
Yeah, Coachella's one for celebrities.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's great because a lot of videos come out on YouTube of like, oh my God, look who showed up at such and such concert. Oh, or look who died on stage, or whatever. I don't know what's happening. Logan, what's the one you're going to?
Hangout Fest.
Okay, he's going to Hangout Fest, so hit up Logan if you're going to Hangout Fest. Meet up with him. You
can find him on Twitter.
Yeah, and so we're really excited about a lot of these. If you are going to any of them, let us know, and
send
if
pictures.
we're going to them, and I'll say what's up. You know?
So, especially like Khail and Logan are really big music. Like you guys are really into going out to concerts,
just like fests,
and
it's a good environment
and all sorts of stuff. I'm a lazy homebody, and so I don't get out as much, but I do go to places every now and again.
I like that.
But I'm a lazy
I go to
homebody.
places every now and again.
I might go out, I don't know, and take my dry cleaning somewhere. I might leave the house and do that, okay? Like sometimes I'll leave the house. All right. Do you want to know what I'm into?
It better be fests. Better be music fests.
It's not.
Okay.
But it does speak to my my willingness to be a lazy homebody. It is called Fan TV. And Fan TV reminds me a little bit of, TV Fan reminds me a little bit of Can I Stream It? The website Can I Stream It?
Yes, which is great.
It's good, but it's hard to navigate on mobile. It's kind of a nightmare, and it loads a little bit slow. So TV Fan is an app by fan.tv. That's why I mixed them up. Fanhattan owns them. So we did this. I filmed this on my iPhone. I literally captured straight from my iPhone. This is the app. And here it is. You can see like what's in theaters now, what's opening this week. There's trailers. You can see what free movies are on the internet. I thought that was really cool. If you go into the second column. You can check out all of the different stuff. You can search for whatever you want. So I looked for Breaking Bad. And I'm going to tap on it, and you can see it's going to show me literally everything I ever needed to know about Breaking Bad. It'll give me an episode guide. It'll tell me when it's on TV if I am logged in, and pick my ISP, my service provider. It'll show you exactly where you can watch it. So it'll say oh, Netflix, you can play it right now. You can stream it right now. You can buy it on iTunes for this price. You can do this, you can do this. So it'll tell you exactly where everything is in a really
crazy,
gorgeous format. I love how everything is set up. It's just really stunning. And one of the other things I really like is you can go in the app. Logan, can you pull up my own individual camera really quick? So you can go into the app, and I'm just going to show you really quick. You can go into my services, and you get all of the different services from all the different channels, like Hulu and A&E and AMC. Every single channel or service you can think of is on this list.
Wow.
And you can say, I don't use that service, so I'll uncheck Cinemax. I don't subscribe to Cinemax, so okay, I'll uncheck that. So now it just won't show up in my search results.
That's incredible. That's really intuitive.
It's a super good app, and it's free. And I dig it. And
is there ads or something?
No, not that I've seen.
And it's only for iOS, or is it also for Android?
So it's only for iOS right now. They had, here's the thing though, this is the refreshed, they rebuilt this app from the ground up.
Okay.
So this was the brand new kind of relaunch of TV Fan. And what they're doing is they're working on it, not only are they working on other versions for other OSs, mobile OSs, but they're also working on a web compatible one. So you can pull it up literally on any device, even if it doesn't have an app, so Windows Phone or other devices, and you'd be able to use it from the web.
Rather have an app.
So they're you can use it from the web. I'd rather have an app too, but if you have, let's say, a Windows Phone and maybe they're not making an app, then you'd be able to go to the web version of it, and you'd be able to pull up the and use it just in the same way.
Yeah, that's just fine. Yeah, all right.
But I dig it. You can
that's
check
great.
it out. They have an online a website version of it. So if you go to fan.tv, it's there. But that's what I'm into right now. I dig this so much. I think it's so cool, and I love that it's all at my fingertips, and I can just say oh, is that streaming? I gotta find out if that's actually on Netflix or if I have to rent it.
This app is gonna stress you out because you're gonna be I have so many things to watch.
I know, you can put everything on your watch list.
What am I gonna do with my life?
You can also put it.
You're gonna stay in and not go to any fests.
I know, that's true. I won't go to any fest because of this. But you can put in things that are out that you are waiting for to show up on streaming services, and it'll notify you when they pop up.
That I like.
Which is really cool.
Really cool, yeah.
So they give you and you can choose daily, or you can choose weekly. So it's if you're please don't bother me, you can have it just send you every week, just say, oh hey, these things on your watch list are now available, which is pretty cool. So they got
everything covered. All right.
Totally like it. That's what I'm into.
Good, nice.
Hopefully you guys, if you try it, if you enjoy it, if you hate it, you can blame me. That's fine. All right, you ready to talk about what everybody wants to bring back?
All right, let's go into this.
Speaking
of
TV, user feedback. Okay, so 2 days ago.
There's a lot of good ones.
I'm sure there are. 2 days ago, we had so many responses on YouTube, Twitter, everywhere, email of people saying what show they want to bring back for a little TV event because of the X-Files being brought back. So Rob wrote to us and said, TD event Millennium, another Chris Carter series, which was very short-lived. You don't remember it. Did you watch Cop Rock? You did. I showed you some.
Yeah, I did. Let's move on.
Okay. Do you want to pick one from YouTube?
Okay, so from YouTube, we have John Paddock said Pushing Daisy should be brought to Netflix for a whole new season. People would definitely watch it there.
Yes, so. Thank you. Thank you. And then we have Mark. He says, more sci-fi that ended too soon. V from ABC needs a real ending. Plus the aliens were just supermodel humans. That was a good show.
I know where you're going, Mark.
Do you remember that show?
Didn't watch it.
That was a really good show. It was a reboot.
I know. There's tons of stuff to watch.
I know. I'm a big TV history buff. I'm all about it. So okay.
Eric Hayden from YouTube said Batman Beyond finished too quickly.
Oh, good one.
I don't know. The Return of the Joker was a nice little button on the end of that one.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I think that was at the end, but anyway.
Okay, I'll give you that. No Days Off tweeted, flash forward. I understand most shows that make people think.
There we go.
Are banned canceled since reality TV kills brain cells, but please.
Those guys were playing with fire, though.
Yeah, that's true.
They flash forward, they were just like, this show will never end. We won't answer any of your questions.
No.
And then it got canceled, and people were like, so then what happened?
Yikes.
I have one more from
Yeah,
YouTube?
okay.
There's tons.
We have tons of
So M from YouTube, and I don't have it. If you can watch, okay, pull up my screen.
Oh, whoa.
M.
You just made that thing go to sleep. Send in Game Genie codes.
Send in Game Genie codes. We always ask for Game Genie codes, so now you have to ask for something completely different.
We'll get to that because we also got some in our email box
okay,
too.
go ahead.
So Frederick says, I would love to see Fringe come back.
All right, yeah.
Shannon says, I would love to see The Greatest American Hero brought back to see where the characters are now.
That'd
I love
be cool.
that.
All right, right on.
Nick said, my vote for TD event is Almost Human, and
yeah.
wife wants to vote for Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, Almost Human didn't get its chance. They mixed up the episodes and kept moving the date.
They fireflied it. John says 2 shows they should bring back is Terra Nova, staying with Fox shows that got canceled because they need to finish the boat and math symbol storyline, and Surface because I would like to know what happens after the East and West Coast get flooded.
So it seems like sci-fi really gets screwed over in the cancellations.
A lot of people sci-fi. And then lastly, David wrote and said, when I was a kid 100 or so years ago, all the shows I really liked inevitably got canceled after one season. One I'd like to see was a superhero comedy called Captain Nice. And then he sent in the Wikipedia description, because I had never heard of this. Police chemist Carter Nash, a mild-mannered mama's boy who discovered a secret formula that, when taken, transformed him into an explosive burst of smoke into Captain Nice. As mentioned, it starred William Daniels, a great actor, better known now for his work as the voice of Knight Rider and Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney, and was created by Buck Henry, the comedy writer who hosted SNL a bunch of times. It was funny stuff on its own, but would love to see it going after the current superhero craze. Even its packaging could be a parody of the comic book miniseries concept. Love that one. That's a deep dive. That's going way back.
Yeah.
That's a reach.
Basically a new IP. They
like it.
refreshed the IP.
That's a reboot.
Pitch it to BitTorrent.
I like it. And then, of course, Joel Schumacher sent in a Game Genie code, and he said...
Joel Schumacher? Thanks, Joel.
I said, thanks for Batman and Robin. Thought I would send in my favorite Super Mario Brothers Game Genie code for the NES. NULTKA. This turns all enemies into toads. Hard to find online, but I included an image for reference. Love the show.
I like that he included an image. That really
good.
brings it together.
And then he said Khail and Ashley for 2016 presidential election.
No deal.
No.
I
don't want that job. I like this one.
I'm too busy not doing anything
I really like this
to take
job.
care of the nation.
Yeah. Chester also sent us a huge load of Game Genie codes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to post all your Game Genie codes on our Tumblr. And you can just, anytime, you just go reference.
Are you screwing with me? Why all of a sudden? We've been mentioning the Game Genie codes thing for like months.
But we said yes, or we haven't gotten any. We were complaining about it, and everybody's sending Game Genie codes.
Now we have to do a live stream where we use your Game Genie codes.
Can we do that? I don't think we can.
No. CNET hates when we play video games.
No, that's not true. You know that's not true.
No, it's not true.
I mean rigging an NES to stream on Twitch.
We can use a modulator.
Feels like I got it figured
out. I got that. No problem.
Excellent. Well, okay, so that was your user feedback. There was so much more. We're really sorry we couldn't get to everybody. It was literally it was like Hogwarts, like getting the letters. They were just coming in, like comments were coming in all through the ceiling.
Don't be mad.
It was insane. No, I'm not. It was so good, and thank you for that.
It was great.
Sorry we couldn't get to all of them. Okay, time for our very last piece of user feedback, phone togger for the day. The very delightful Mary sent us a picture from a Note 4.
Okay, so here we go.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. She said, utterly love the camera on my Note 4. Here is a quick picture of the first daffodil of the spring from my front yard.
She didn't send it in response to yesterday's, or you just picked it?
No, she sent it in response because it came in, that email came in after we said, like, send in pictures of your Note 4.
Yeah.
So she said, utterly love.
I am on board with this camera.
Look at how bright and cheerful that daffodil looks. There's so much hope for the spring. I don't even want to add anything to it. It's just so cheerful. It makes me so happy.
The color though, like, see, that's because
so rich.
Again, I'm very into this very, very into this because I just went through the process of buying my new phone.
Process.
Yeah, I don't like my camera now.
No.
I was thinking about getting the Note, and I kind of wish I did now. So I could get my daffodil pictures in. Thank you, Mary.
Khail almost got a Note, but then decided it was
too big.
Too big.
I can't. It was because when I was holding it, like,
it is a little unwieldy.
My grip isn't that strong, and so when I held it up to my head, I borrowed somebody's at South by, and I was like, if this slips out of my hand, even just because my hands were greasy from barbecue too, and it was just like, so. Ended up getting the M8.
I will say, if you are not sure if you want to get a large phone, like a phablet, as it were. I hate that phrase. But if you want to get a large phone, an over like a 5-inch phone or 5.5-inch phone or even a 6-inch phone, my suggestion to you is, if you really like large screens, you will get used to it.
Yeah. With the Note or the 6?
I went from the iPhone 5S to the 6 Plus, which is a little bit taller than the Note, but also the Note is a little wider.
The Note is wider, and that's the issue, honestly.
But the thing is you get used to it, and like I almost took this back at least twice. There were days where for 2 weeks I was like, I don't think I like this. I think I gotta take it back. But then I got used to it, and now I don't ever want to go back.
Right.
Like I know exactly why. Like I love the larger screen. Like I don't want to go back now.
The 6 Plus is kind of the sweet spot, honestly. It's not too wide. That was, again, the issue is like I can't, like my hand.
Wrap your hand. Well, you don't have.
Yeah, it wasn't like I could get a good grip on it, but the iPhone is just small enough to like hold it and like kind of put my hand, because it's that locking position that I needed.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. But Melissa, I use
that's our breakdown of all the cell phones of 2015.
Ever.
Catch us next time on CNET.
Yep, exactly.
Monster trucks.
Sunday. Okay,
I like
guys.
I always like to end with the most lunatic part.
We like
so if
to
you
just
make it
go
if you make it this far in the episode,
right off the rails.
You see our brains kind of unravel.
Yeah. This is
our professionalism is gone by the end of the episode.
So if you would like to contribute to the show in a way, if you like Photoshops, I think we're good on Game Genie codes for now. But if you want to send maybe a treasured family recipe, I'll take that. Or if you want to send in your photography today, you can do that. Tomorrow at CNET.com. We're also on social media, Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tomorrow Daily, and Tomorrow Daily TV over on Google+.
And if you're watching on YouTube, we read some of your comments. You guys have been really, really stepping it up with the comments, which is awesome.
Pretty good.
Because I mean, I would like for us to start supporting YouTube a little bit more.
We've got
our hands on a lot of plates, but like I really want to focus a little bit more on YouTube. So thank you guys for doing that. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, because everybody asks you to do that. But we mean it.
We're serious.
I'm talking to you.
But anyway, you.
No, I meant him too.
Oh, okay. No, both of you.
And her. But so anyway, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And also, if you're listening on the iTunes podcast, that's another thing that I really enjoy. Thank you for letting the reason I mention these is because these are my favorite ones.
I know.
The iTunes podcast, don't forget to rate and review. And I dare someone to leave a Game Genie code in the thing.
Leave it in a review.
I love Tomorrow Daily. Here's how you beat Fester's Quest, or something like that.
Oh,
anyway.
Fester's Quest. Okay, let's not get off on that tangent.
Anyway, don't forget to follow us on our personal Twitters. I'm at Khail Anonymous.
And I'm at Ashley Scudder.
Yeah, I finally have my phone back so I can tweet.
He can actually tweet again.
My tweets today were about Jesse Eisenberg, bald.
He looked so good as Lex Luthor, you guys. If you haven't seen it, please look it up. It's in black and white, just like all the other DC character reveals, but looks pretty cool.
I retweeted somebody that made it color.
Oh, okay, great.
But you'll never
Colorized.
see it unless you Google it or follow me on Twitter.
That's very true. All right, guys, that is it for us for this week. We will be back on Monday with a brand new show filled with science, technology, robots, space, whatever else we can get our hands on, pop culture, and everything in between. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you next time. Bye.